All right, ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 in this best of 3. Wait, did I just... No, I'm good. I keep thinking I'm breaking things today. What's happening? If I'm not muting things, then I'm thinking I'm muting things, apparently. It is game number 1 in a best of 3 semifinals match. Winner of this is going to go on to fight against Youth Thermal in the grand finals. Spawning in the top right side, it's going to be the purple Zerg player, Revolver.
In the bottom left, as the green Zerg, he's Guru.
People are saying I never got this straw poll. So the subscribers, the message is titled, hang on, real quick here because this is important. The message was sent on February 24th, and it's titled 1K Sub Party Day. Now, I know the subsystem has had a couple of bugs where, for whatever reason, it doesn't send messages all the time to everybody. I was told that's resolved. I'm hoping that's not what happened here. But it might also explain the lower involvement with that poll. So what I'm going to try to do is resend it now to subscribers. What is this? Email subscribers. Resending sub day message. So hopefully you can check this now and see it. It's been resent to the subscribers 3 minutes ago because of 3-minute delay in stream. So there you go. Hoping that fixes it.
First of all, nice. Second of all, what's this Zangief cosplay coming up?
Wait, actually, we have stuff happen in game. I thought you'd
Yes,
be
you
watching.
did.
I thought you'd be watching my back, man. I was trying to fix things with the subs.
And it was an early pool from Revolver, who he didn't really commit to. So these are just regular lings, not speedlings. No banelings following up. In fact, Guru is the one that's gonna have banelings and might be able to counterattack with them. His Overlord will see the lack of reinforcements and, of course, the lack of speed as well. But just straight up losing a hatchery to this build is exactly what you would hope not to let happen, because it's exactly what Revolver wanted.
Well, this ends up working out pretty well for Revolver. Now, the big thing, I guess, was that this wasn't a big committal where you cut a bunch of lings and this is all in 14-14, do or die. But he's got his hatchery up. He's got a decent drone count, and he'll overtake Guru here momentarily. Now, I wonder, just to take this one step further, would this have gotten as bad had he just taken this base initially?
It would have been, I guess, questionable. I think for Revolver and that opener, the gasless early pool, getting the hatchery is kind of the bare bones, like what you need to do, I guess is a better way to put it. So if he goes in there and then, you know, realizes, oh, I can't get the hatchery, would he actually be able to get as many drones as would be necessary with, you know, drone drilling and the fact that Gruslings were right on his heels? I don't know. So I don't know if that would have been better. But Guru, I mean, it feels like he was kind of slapped in his wrists, like, don't do that. And he's
Yeah,
like,
right,
okay.
exactly.
He takes the back.
Beat you with a yardstick until you remember.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, maybe that's going a little too far, but still, definitely not too thrilled about this. And the fact that the 2 queens are on the ramp with no chance of a counterattack, this can't feel too good for Guru currently. But I don't know. The game, as far as it goes, still ends up being like, it's one of those situations where Revolver just really tore Guru down to his level, not a really distinct advantage. Guru is going to start changing it up a little bit, though, and deviate a bit as his layer starts up pretty quick.
Ooh. Going for a Spire is not a bad idea. Revolver did skip, well, held off, that's a better way to put it, held off on his Speedling. And if he was going for Roaches, which would have been possible, you know, you clog up the ramp and you can go for Roaches without speed on this map, it would have been a long time before they actually reached the other side of the map. But Guru's actually going for a Roach Warren, so much faster speed and +1. So he's going to be the one clogging up the ramp and skipping the Baneling Nest? No, he actually has Baneling Nest. Huh. Well,
He's
not the way I expected to go.
Carapace is interesting in this situation, because if it was going to be Ling Baneling, like we've all seen how good Carapace can be, you take the hit, cool, you get the extra Banelings, whatever. But the fact that it is moving on to Roaches, I don't know. I really like the weapon upgrades a lot more if it is going to be Roach versus Roach. Of course, Carapace is going to be nice, and you can't ever argue against it. But I just feel the chance of like catching somebody off guard, hitting a queen, catching a building, like that's where the weapon upgrades are a little bit better. But it also might be a moot point, because we've been today especially seeing a lot of really passive ZvZs that lead into, I don't know, really just classical fights where, okay, you are on both 1-1 or 2-1 or you name
Yeah.
it.
I was really wondering about Revolver's Spine Crawler, which he ended up canceling because he had so many lings. They're gonna have the +1 Carapace, and he's also had a Roach Warren that maybe he was gonna, reinforce this with. But it was just the cancel, and then the Ling Flood, which was seen by something from Guru, Ling or something. And well, there's the wall that the Roaches give you. I mean, this is like a really safe way to get up to Roaches instead of trying to take the third base, then go up to your lair. So Guru will have that speed advantage for sure, but not really an upgrade advantage. Yeah, has a couple more drones too. You do have the income graphs. Guru's been winning it for the last minute or two. And he will be looking for that third now that he knows the lings are away. That is a lot of lings though. You look away for a second, they get a surround on your third base. It's going to be cancelled once, at least. Well, it's awfully quick burrow from Guru. And really holding off on that third base. There it goes.
I really like the idea of burrow a lot more than the practicality of it a lot of the time, but what I think is going to be kind of interesting is that this does come down to, say, Roach versus Roach Wars, and they're slugging it out, and they're trading back and forth. I always favor the player who's going to have burrow. Ooh, gets canceled. Always going to favor the player who's burrow, but in this instance, that Carapace upgrade ends up working really nice, by the way. Keeps those Banelings from taking out the Lings. But burrow, just because you can heal up those Roaches, and even just having each Roach need one additional hit to kill, like that's a huge deal when it comes to the mirror matchup, frankly.
Yeah. So that's exactly what happened. Is you get your eyes off the Lings for 1 second, they gotta cancel. But luckily the third base wasn't really all that far gone, so immediately plants it down, and well, still has this nice Roach count, has the upgrade. Yeah, not advantage, but has the attack upgrade advantage, I guess. Is going for Overlord speed and burrow, so I hope that he goes for Overlord drops. It'd be really cool. It added that next level of harassment if you don't want to go for the Tunneling Claws, which do appear on the back of your Roaches and give your opponent some indication as to what's happening. Revolver's starting to kind of win the income war, but Skuru's just been doing well for almost the entire game.
Yeah. The Tunneling Claws is going to take this one step further, so I wasn't sure if that would be it or if it would just simply be for burrow, but if it is going to be Tunneling Claws, yeah, sometimes you see some sneaky stuff. There's really no reason to have blind Spore Crawlers down, and Overseer usage is kind of limited in the first place.
Yeah.
Downside is it's pretty obvious when someone has Tunneling Claws. Oh,
yeah,
he's going to
Tunneling Claws... Okay, so he goes for both. Okay, well,
Oh, what if he's going to Bane drop 4 in one and then like 4 Roaches in the other? That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Either way, he's going to have burrow and the ability to move underground, and that's just going to be hard to clean up, whether it's through the Overlord drops or through an actual engagement. But Revolver is attacking as his +1 attack finishes up and his Roach speed.
It's even on the Roaches, but the Banelings can't connect to those Lings at all. He's going to try and pick some of these up, but unfortunately, Defender's advantage is probably going to be a little bit better here.
No.
I mean, no, I guess not. He burrows the Roach. He's waiting for them to heal for the next round to pop. It keeps them alive, but unfortunately, that snowball effect is starting to hit up here for Revolver. Up to 28 Roaches over 9. Again, burrowing to keep them alive is a smart tactic out of Guru, but it's not winning him this war.
Yeah, Guru's down by about half the army supply, so this game is over. I mean, Guru, he had that leader third, even though his economy didn't really look so bad because of it, but it was more like he's investing in a lot of other things that weren't helping him right then and there. The +2 only just finishes, the Overlord drops and really came into effect, and his Tunneling Claws is only just now working out for him.
Shouts, by the way, to Energy_Maze. New sub hype!
Woo!
I think that's like a 4. Is that 4 subs on this stream today? That's pretty good. I'm liking it.
Like a month ago, we were like, oh, a sub? A new sub? Huh, that never happens.
Like 1? Are you serious? That's 1,156 subscribers.
Holy shit.
That number, I keep expecting to just keep going down, but it keeps going up. Not that it's a bad thing, I just don't understand. Either way, this game has gone in Revolver's favor pretty heavily. Even though Guru's got these cool tactics, Tunneling Claws, move around, and almost fought this back. He's lost so many workers at this point, there's just not going to be a recovery afterwards.
I know Guru really want to hold on, man. He thinks that maybe if he could clean this up, he could do a really sick counterattack with the burrowed Roaches, but he's not going to clean this up, ever. Like that supply.
It's the GG.
GG.
All right, Revolver going to take game number 1. Not bad. Just a quick reminder that the winner of this series is going to go on to fight against U Thermal in that grand finals match. And it's going to be a best of 5 TVZ guaranteed. But right now it's looking to be a little bit here in the favor of Revolver, even though we both called Guru.
Well, I guess I was going to maybe bring up a point that Revolver, is beat Night End, but...
I think you were just going with a 50-50. I'm just going to call you out on
I
it.
really was. I really was.
All right, so Orena going to be map number 2. After we actually get into game, I'm going to skip the intros to be right back, so I'll put the camera on you.
Mm-hmm.
Have to help take care of something real quick, but hopefully it won't take too long. Gotta get Guru here into the lobby as well. Holy moly, don't give me mod or host. I swear to God, if you give me host.
She's been pretty good about giving it to me.
Yeah. So we talked about it at the start of the stream, but we got way more people here now. So with that new sub, Energy Maze, again, thank you so much. Just a quick reminder that we are working on setting up Discord so that we got something awesome for our subs. So hopefully you guys will have some cool stuff coming your way as another benefit on top of the already plenty of benefits we try and give our subscribers.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! But Guru needs to get his ass into the game. So we get this party
I've been inviting
started.
him, man.
There we go. All right, map intros loaded. As soon as they're ready to go. Just waiting on Revolver here. Again, reminder that everyone at this point has won $10. I know that's not like crazy big money, but $10 is $10, and it's prize money that they wouldn't have otherwise had. So, yay! But that being said, let's hop into this intro, and we'll see you guys here in just a sec. All right, we're back, and we got some action going down with an early pool. So we're going to skip this camera swivel. So we're going to do the intros, and I got to put the camera on Zombie real quick, guys. So spawning here in the top left, it's going to be the purple Zerg player, Revolver.
And in the bottom left, as the green Zerg, he is Guru.
All right, and hopefully, like I said, this won't take too long. Camera's on you.
Oh boy. All right, so Revolver did do a early pool last game, and it worked. It just straight up like worked and put them back at a pretty even footing. It messed up the pace of the game for sure, and that might have played into Guru's loss a little bit, but it wasn't like, devastating. Obviously, Guru was going to die from the get-go. This looks to be the same deal. There's no gases taken. He's, in fact, going for this hatchery, which the Overlord will eventually see right here. And Guru, well, he didn't go for anything greedy himself. Actually went for a pool, and then hatchery, and then gas, maybe? I don't know the gas timing. The point is, this is a case where if the hatchery dies, I think Guru definitely messed up. But, I don't know. We'll actually have to just wait and see as these lings move across the map. I'm not sure if this Overlord saw them, but obviously this Overlord's going to, and there's not much that you can do anyways, other than just wait for your spawning pool to finish. The real trick is seeing if it is an all-in, like a true all-in, which this Overlord confirms that it's not going to be the speed Baneling version as the hatchery's down. So you don't want to overreact by putting down spine crawlers, but you do definitely want to react to the lings of killing your hatchery by, pulling a couple of drones. I mean, maybe a few more, but the thing is that he's going to have a queen walk down here eventually. There's a couple more lings. Revolver's not really dedicating too much more to this. There's no follow-up of banelings. And, Revolver's going to try and take the best fight that he can. Actually, not a bad one. He takes the lead in lings. The drone, the one other drone died. This one's close to dying. Doesn't want to, though. Please no, please no. And then dies. And that hatchery did get pretty low despite all of that, despite Guru's best intentions to keep it alive, but I think he might just barely be able to do. That is, I guess by the time Revolver had, speed, because he's not getting it right now, it'd be, back up to pretty healthy, but that is a pretty damn low hatchery. And I think Revolver has got to be a little happy with how that went. Obviously a lot happier if it was the kill on the hatchery. And I guess he's got to be a little scared. Lings coming forward here, not really that many, coming 2 at a time, but just Revolver was droning during that, so he didn't have any lings. He's just now getting them. I think the other fear is, of course, that Guru managed to maybe sneak in the speed with the gas, but he did, it looks like he took them off of gas to go ahead, or didn't put them on in the first place, not sure, to defend that. So there's no speed follow-up that Revolver has to worry about, but it's actually his lings here that came out one by one. A queen goes down, most of his lings go down, 10 more on the way. The second spine crawler, I think, not necessary. One spine crawler is always kind of like, why not? But This is an early stage economic battle right here, and now he is down by, oh my god, 12 drones. And without speed, this isn't like, well, he's down by 12 drones, but let's see what he can do to bring that back. You know, Ling Speed's coming in here. He's going to kill a couple of drones, maybe like target fire the hatchery. In fact, it might just be worth going for the hatchery anyways, because, well, it's so low. Don't wait for speed. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. I love bringing the spine crawlers. This is definitely something that's just like, well, I got to do it, so let's try it. I don't think this is the way that he anticipated having to follow up with his early pool, but it might just work out. Revolver's Overlord does see all of this, by the way. He has an extra queen to bring down here. The drones are being pulled. The spine crawler of Revolver is not even going to get a chance to really roots before all the Lings are dead. They're taking down, only one drone, actually, so not even a couple. I think that's just going to be it for Revolver. This is definitely the definition of an all-in here. But he wasn't looking so hot. After building 2 spine crawlers, going down 12 drones, that was, you know, that was going to be game. And, well, definitely would have liked to have played that out differently. Definitely would not have liked to have to, you know, defend so harshly after his own attack was unable to kill the hatchery. But it ended early.
Yes, and hello. Sorry.
Hello.
I had to put the dog in the kennel, or help put the dog in the kennel. He's being fickle. Since he's trying to go to the vet, and he didn't want to go. But I see I missed a quick game. So is that's tied up now, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, who did what? I guess. Give me the TLDR. I'm sorry.
So Revolver went for an early pull again, and this time I didn't kill the hatchery, but he got it really low. And then Guru countered with a very small amount of slow Lings. Revolver had to over-dedicate to defense, built 2 spine crawlers, built a lot of Lings, fell drastically behind in economy, and then just said, you know, F it, and tried to all-in with slow Lings and 2 spine crawlers walking across the map.
Well, it was Orena, so I guess kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Prion going to be the 3rd and final map in this series. And where is this here? By the way, I think Milking Cookies. I can't actually log into Twitch alerts to see what the message says, man. But if you're still lurking, thank you for the $12. Greatly appreciated. Like super duper.
Mhm. All right.
All right.
No, you can't say go twice. No, it's Revolver twice.
Man, see, this is why I shouldn't be host, because I would have hit go.
I almost did.
I would have been like, okay, there you go. All right, so remember, winner of this next game is what goes on, or who goes on, excuse me, to fight against Euthermal in the finals. We'll see you guys here in just a sec. All right, we're back. Game number 3 here for the semifinals. Reminder, the winner of this goes on to fight against Euthermal in a best-of-5 grand finish. I want to thank you all kindly for tuning in as we get into Prion Terraces. Spawning in the bottom right side, it's none other than the purple Zerg player himself, Revolver.
The top left is the green Zerg. He is Guru. Oof. Well, no early pulls this time. Revolver learned its lesson.
Well, again, I don't have the context from seeing that last game, but we've seen it happen enough times that I can pretty much visualize it. Now, I think one of the big things about whether it's let's say Prion Terraces versus Orena, just last map versus this map, the appeal of this gold I think outweighs a lot of cheese potential. Like, just the opportunity to use this base to mine more, to get roaches, to get lings in mass quantities outweighs the 14-14 for everyone except for maybe Bly.
Yeah, right? Yeah, yeah. You know, there are no early pools. That gold looking really tempting. It doesn't mean there's not going to be an all-in later on. This is another map, another situation where we could just see one player go for the roach all-in without upgrades, and the other player could actually go for the upgrades and try and hold off on the all-in. My throat is actually really quite bad, so
oh no,
I'm gonna go for a second and get some water.
All right, that's no problem. You should be drinking more water anyway. You never drink water on casts.
Yes,
like,
I do.
This is me giving the finger wag, guys, because Zombie Girl.
You know this. In Canada, I had to go to the bathroom all the time.
You drink Fresca, ma'am. All right, go.
Oh, only after like 5 cups of lemonade.
See, neither of those are good for your throat, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, quick shout out to T-Bear in chat. I'm just shouting out everybody who's got emotes from channels I love today, and Pterodactyls for the win seems to be pretty popular. So T-Bear's got the Terra Heart coming in. At any rate, anyways, I was gonna say Baneling Nest does come down from Revolver, so a little bit of a difference here. But kind of going back on what I was saying before, in the same way that a Baneling attack, and this might just be defensive the way he puts it down, but the same way a Baneling attack could potentially do a lot of damage, you're also going to have more lings, more drones, more things to bridge that gap of damage thanks to what the gold base brings. But regardless of all these points, we're going to have roaches, but most importantly a spine crawler coming down out of Guru pretty quickly. Now keep in mind, he hasn't actually scouted what's going on yet. These lings are just sort of tentative to get into the base. He's going to check the third. See no third, go to the natural, nothing here. It's when he gets to the main, he's going to see a limited amount of gases, but most importantly, the Baneling Nest to know, okay, that spine crawler was worth the investment. In fact, just moves it up the front lines. Yeah, so between the spine, these two queens, he's done a great job connecting creep between the main and the natural as well. The ling dies, but sees no second gas. Meanwhile, these lings manage to get through to the main and be a little annoying. But I think for sure, like, if 3 queens and a spine crawler, if Revolver were to resolve to go for a ling all in with Banelings right now, that would be a bad idea. So he stops his ling production a little bit shy of getting a lot, goes for a third base instead, and I think this is a much better option.
Well, he's going to have that speed over his opponent, so Guru is going to have to be very careful when he takes his third base. It'll probably be counted at least once if Revolver plays, perfectly. Hello. I was actually wondering about lemonade and whether that's bad for me or not.
Well, lemonade has sugar in it, doesn't it?
It's sugar-free, Crystal Light, super diet stuff, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I also walked earlier today, so I don't know.
I don't like the strawberry, like the flavored water that's like not sugar, but just flavored water or whatever. I don't like the strawberry stuff. That always makes my throat feel like I've just been coughing or something.
Maybe you have a slight allergy to strawberries.
I certainly do not, because I eat strawberries all the fucking time. Remember what I told you about that cake? That was a strawberry cake.
Oh, yeah. My friend, after she was like 20, I guess, when this happened, she was like, I found out I have a slight allergy to sugar. And be like, how'd you figure that out? And she was like, well, I eat a lot of candy bars. And I'm like, yeah, you do. She was like, well, I always got like this feeling in my throat that I thought was normal for everyone who ate candy bars. A couple words going down here. Yeah. But I asked around, and apparently that's just like a slight allergic reaction. And I'm like, so you're gonna stop eating candy bars? And she's like, no.
I think actually,
just deal with it.
I've developed a slight allergy to milk, but also, I think I might have a slight allergy to avocados actually. So I went to get a donair, and my
what now?
A donair.
A donair.
It's kind of like the kebab stuff we got in Germany, but it's more like in a pita bread thing.
I'm gonna Google it. You continue.
Okay. Point is, it's delicious, and I've eaten them for my whole life. Problem is, this one I got had a lot of avocado in it, more than normal, and my throat just started swelling up. Like not like dangerous or anything, but you kind of just like, wow, I can feel my glands. Like, what's going on?
Oof, scary.
It is. But speaking of scary, Revolver coming down the map with quite a few roaches, 25 over the 13. And that one spine crawler, even with a couple transfuses, is not going to make up that difference. Upgrades, 1-1, might help, actually, but not by much.
No.
Did you just drop a Gilly swag in chat?
Yes. I did it earlier, too.
The Gilly swag emote it's probably my favorite one she has, by the way, but it's also like the stupidest thing.
It's like the only non-heroes one.
I think if you know Gillyweed in real life, it's really hard, or if you've met her in advance, like it's really hard to be like, yeah, that Gilly swag emote fits. Like, no, that's like not Gillyweed at all.
Somebody is so good.
Shout out because we love that girl nonetheless.
She got all the fancy ESL jobs, man. Like, whatever. Anyways.
You don't sound bitter at all. Like, I know you're being sarcastic.
I'm not bitter about Gilly, but I was surprised, shall I say, to see Zoya on the Heroes ESL this weekend.
Well,
but anyways.
The same way that I just slapped a girl on my stream, they had to slap a guy onto their stream.
They have enough guys, trust me.
All right, being pushed back, the roaches are certainly not numerous enough to take this on, and the army supply for Revolver looks fantastic. Now, upgrades for him, again, a little behind, not by much, but it is one upgrade down. Spine Crawl might help out a bit, but there's not a lot of transfuses left, and this concave starts off strong for our purple Zerg. And at this rate, Revolver's looking to knock Guru out. And if he does, it's going to be him in the finals, not Guru.
Yeah, this is totally not what we predicted. You have a little more information than me. But it's just Revolver, I guess. In general, I can be surprised that he's looking so strong against Guru. Even if I guess I wouldn't have been surprised to see a 2-1 or a 2-0. That's not exactly stomps. Well, it's a 2-1 after all, but it's they're looking really good in the macro game. Really good. The Guru's not dead yet. He does still have a almost even army supply. He has that upgrade, but he's going down a ramp into a concave and doesn't have a third base, so eventually he will just be starved out.
Yeah, actually, attrition is something we've seen cause a couple of losses on this map. Last time was Terra, and this time it's looking like Zerg maybe, but at the same time, Revolver's getting a little bit pushy. If he over-dedicates and takes a bad fight, it is only roaches for him. So these corrosive biles start stacking up. The ramp's going to eventually break. He decides to push into this. I think Guru's overestimating how much he has, but it is still going to be a pretty good fight. He'll trade out decently. And if he can do it enough that Revolver can't push through to end the game afterwards, great, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. The Roach is still swapping back and forth these blows. It is 2-1 over 1-0, so a small upgrade lead, but regardless, numbers are still going to win, and those Roaches are numerous.
Yeah. Guru not quite going down to half of Revolver's army supplies. He's taking a better fight at the end of this one, but that's third base, man. That's going to be the real kicker. And Revolver's caught up. Well, okay, well, not caught up entirely on upgrades, but at least he won't be down 2-1 anymore. He's going to have roach speed. Oh! Well, Guru, he can try his best. Maybe he can get a couple of counterattacks in. He doesn't have link speed, however, so to actually wrap around and catch Revolver off guard is going to be quite difficult with just roaches. Revolver has a lot of power in this game. Just make sure not to mess it up.
So people are debating the way I've pronounced the word donaire. I guess maybe it's just that's how I've heard it first. That's how I've always said it. I've never had a problem ordering one when I ask for it like that.
It's like a hero, man.
I know. Gyro is gyro, all right? Like gyrocopter from Warcraft 3,
really
all right?
is.
It should not be pronounced hero. So I'm sorry, Greek things or Italian or whatever it is. Like you don't
By
get a
the
say
way,
in this one.
I wasn't making fun of you. I didn't pretend that I was on how you pronounce it. I actually had no idea that was a word.
Oh, okay. But as the Roaches once again find themselves in the same situation, the difference this time is that Guru is mining through this. He's actually got those drones going through the heat of battle. He's got the third base up finally. So if he can push this back, he's got somewhere to resolve to, but he's not pushing it back. And I think last time, while it was a good fight, not gonna happen twice. Queen's really the last line of defense. GG.
GG.
Revolver happily proves us both wrong. And we'll move on to the grand finals, where he's going to fight against Euthermal. So we're going to have a TVZ as predicted in this grand finals, which is great because we love TVZ. We're going to go to a small commercial break, though, while we get the vetoes sorted and set up. And I guess Tempo just logged on to Europe for the first time because my friends list just got flooded with 50 Look at this shit, guys. Tempo has clearly not been on Legacy of the Void on Europe because he just got like every single. He got the Heart of the Swarm Beta Zerg level 5 achievement. Congratulations, Tempo. Okay, anyways, we're gonna go to a small commercial break. It won't be too long. We'll see you guys for the grand finish when we return.